don't want to get drunk, but if we got to do it for show business,
Wann ist Männertag?
The 2 days after next week's show.
Okay. So we can do a Männertag version and then just throw it on there on Männertag.
Something silly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
This is what they do in Germany. And what do you think this tastes like?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Because no American's going to know what Feigling is.
Okay.
What it even means, And,
all right. So why don't we make a list of what we need to get and what you can't get, I get, or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking around for you got to we got to shop for this stuff. It's hard to find.
I'll put it on here too,
something funny.
So what are the alcohols that we need to get first off, just so I get it already out of the list?
I mean, Americans know Jaeger, so that's clear. But Feigling, there's Berliner Luft, these wicked lowbrow schnapps. I would say Kaufland. There's a bunch of Behrenser.
Behrensen, genau.
Corn, Doppelkorn.
Why are we gonna do that?
Apfel.
I'm behind the desk.
It's so gross.
Yeah, I was thinking a nice gift basket. We're gonna make some kind of visual,
just disgusting
Christmas
shit.
Tree. Yeah, nasty.
Okay,
and it wouldn't be it would be the running gag.
The thing is, because that's the thing is I will never drink that shit.
No, yeah, that's why. And it's 2 p.m. now. I'm not. Drink one, talk about our subject.
Okay.
Eric,
Two
how's that
Americans
Doppelkorn?
German juices.
Something. I don't get tell our German American audience.
Oh man,
they'll laugh. It could be comedy in the making.
Yeah, you got to just do things you don't want to do sometimes. Because the reaction is just going to be so authentic that I'm in pain. Because I would never do that. I would alcohol just for me is an enjoyment thing, and that's just the total. It's the total.
Yeah.
And so many people do that, right? So many people.
That's the thing.
Love to drink that shit.
You're American,
but they do it. They do it because why do they do that?
That's what my wife asks. Why do you get to do it on Frauentag? We don't get drunk and roll around the street. Yeah. Männertag, you guys. What? And I think I feel liberated. I'm I'm going to celebrate my right to get drunk and not do anything.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it.
Because the Germans. I think I do. Well, we as fathers. But in America, this would never go down. We're allowed to run around on our bikes wasted. And it's cool. Give them the day off.
Yeah.
I don't have to work that day.
It's on the 21st, which is a Thursday, or is it the Friday that's in between?
Thursday.
It's the Thursday, and then the Friday is off. Do you have Friday off?
I don't know.
These are Brückentag
probably,
Bridge Day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I never look at the schedule, but I just
probably have it off.
Plan the next day. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because if I get wasted then, or we get wasted then.
No, well.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Then.
Let's kick it off.
Let's kick it off, sir.
Cheers, Prost.
This is the good beer. Thank you. Oh, you got the big ones, too.
They're heavy. Hab. Okay.
What kind of music do we want for the beginning of the show?
Something rocky.
Go on that artlist.io.
Artlist.io.
I liked your Real Remington.
Yeah, that's the artlist.io. If you don't buy the music, it puts this watermark on the song, and so when it's playing, it's boom, 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 Artlist.io. Artlist.io. And then he's like, well, I'm just gonna cut it out,
Yeah, serious.
Such a pain in the ass.
Loop it, yeah.
And so we got this subscription now with them. So shout out to Artlist.io. Where's the kickbacks, babies? Because all of our thousands and thousands of followers are now going to do the same thing that you're doing right now. He's logged in, and so what he can do is search a certain type of. We can use this music. It's licensed. We basically through this subscription, you pay for the license.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty high quality music. There's actually So what would you want? You could say you could type in intro, for example. And you can say rock, or what kind of music do you like? Do you like hip hop? You're more of a hip hop guy, huh? Or are you more electronic?
Jeez, I guess it depends. We were watching the show today, and we subscribed to the YouTube channel. Finally, I mean, we just watched the videos, but finally, I'm like, okay, smack that button.
Yeah, abonnieren.
Yeah, on the Real Remington show, and I'm there, and Sophia's like, I love this intro music. I love it.
She liked that.
Yeah, she loved it.
Cool.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. I did too, and I thought,
Yeah, that's a hip
what
hop
are we
song.
gonna
It's
do?
called
Slamming.
what did I call it? It's under design, or I didn't call it. It's the name of it. It's called I think it's under Dropbox. I'll look at it real quick. Rain. It's something with rain. Podcast, assets, audio, Money Rain. Money Rain.
Oh,
baby. Money
nice.
Rain.
All right. Yeah, makes sense.
Have you played? Do you see that under there under podcast assets?
Aber ich hab den falschen an gerade.
There it is. No, it's right there. The assets at the top. Yeah, there you go. And then just do the MP3. That one, yeah, the file. And then I think you can do the whole MP3 on iTunes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it is.
Smart.
Find iTunes, turn it up.
That's right there. Yeah. There you go. And it sounds like das ist seriously Deutsch. Das ist seriously Deutsch.
Probably is.
I don't know why. I think that.
Hey.
But it's probably not what it means.
At the beginning, when I started cutting all the clips, I always understood, was ist los, Mann? Was ist los? Am
Yeah.
Anfang, wenn sagt hier,
Do it again. Turn it up a little bit more.
What's loose, man?
was ist los?
Was ist los mit euch?
Was ist los?
Was ist los? Here is the story about a boy coming down, losing his glory. He moved to P-Town one single day. Never looked back. He said, hey, hey, so,
Money rain, money.
Money
What's his
rain.
lows?
was ist los? Was ist seriously los? Aber dann hat er so eine Break. Also kannst du ein bisschen weiter scrollen vielleicht, oder? Genau, dann macht er so diese typische West Coast.
GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Where
Yeah.
you're just chilling on top of the mountain, you know?
Oh, I love it.
It's just like, chilling, checking. This is with the basketball, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was that California song with come on, bring it to me here. The summertime.
Oh, right.
From
Yeah,
Will Smith.
hilarious.
It's
Yep.
such a easy
Summer,
like.
summer.
Yeah, his music was always just so light and
Smooth,
chill.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Money Rain. All right.
That's his nose.
That's right where I wanted to stop. That's cool. Yeah, so let's search on Artlist for some shit for are we sticking with far away or far away?
I think it's cool.
You okay?
We got
Cool.
repetition of far 2 times. I think it works. You look at it. If I'm an English teacher, so the one thing, if I was going to grade a student, would be like there's a comma between the fars. It doesn't matter.
That's
I
so
know, like,
awesome,
what would Joe
dude.
Rogan do? You would give a shit.
No.
Fuck it.
Dude,
But I'm
put
just like
me,
my eyes twitching. I'm like,
if you want to put a comma there,
No,
bro,
no.
then
that would
put a
separate
comma there.
the two. That would separate the two. We don't want that. So I'm just gonna.
But I can live with a comma.
I thought it was
That's-
funny. I'm like, ugh. Never thought I'd be an English teacher. No,
right?
no.
I
Not
would.
me.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what would it be like to be an English teacher? Because you were, I was thinking about you and how you do that, and I was like, you probably like. I would probably go at it the same way you're doing at it. Like you're doing it with. You want to have fun with the kids, and you're trying to make a connection with them. And I think
Yeah.
that would be the best thing about being a teacher. Just to have that chance. I think it just. I would be afraid. Like when I say that, I realize I'd be afraid to have that disappointment when it doesn't get reciprocated, So it's like, how much do you lean out the window, and how much do you like just, okay, if you have a cool kid, then that's your kid.
Seriously.
Because there's got to be one there, right?
Yeah,
Or
there's one
two
in
or
every
three.
classroom. Mhm.
Yeah, where you're like, okay, you're my homeboy, I got your back.
Yep. Yeah, it's a weird game.
Yeah.
I never thought it'd be like that. There's
This
a
is
lot of discipline involved, a lot more than I ever thought. And you got to come down hard on some of these kids. And
Sucks.
Eric knows. This Pasvox, it's a hard school here.
Yeah.
But
Especially up there, it's
the
gymnasium goes a little bit in this direction, but it's far better. But Oststadt,
East Side.
East Side is.
Whoa.
You just have to be so disciplined with them, and then it's like this the whole time. You're just like, you stop that, you stop that, you stop that. Good, but you're a big guy at least. Like, there's some of the teachers, like some of this, like a small woman. Does she have a hard time, or they just like have to be witches about it?
Yeah.
There.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The smaller the teacher, the quieter the teacher,
The bigger the trouble.
the bigger the trouble with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Because you could just be like, it's enough now. Like, it's enough. Like, you'd have to, like, you know, like when you do that with your kids, it's your kid.
Yeah.
So, like, but Tristan's like, well, shh, you know, something. He'll look at me like, he looks at me and he's just like, oh shit.
I fucked up.
We made it to that. We're on DEFCON 5 right now, you know.
Condition red. Yeah.
And sometimes I almost feel bad because he's like super sensitive. But the girls, they get it. Like, and he'll look at it. He's like, he'll look at me sometimes too, because I'll do something to the girls and he'll be like, he'll look at them like, you guys are fucked right now. You know?
Nice. Cool. That's cool. They recognize the signals.
Because the girls can be.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
I'll trade you mine.
I'm telling you.
Oh, my
I'm talking to
God.
I'm preaching to the choir over there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rough. I never thought I'd be yelling at kids this much. I like yelling. And I try not to, but I think when I got the job, or before I got the job,
Yeah.
I walked into the room. I was wearing a pink polo to show, like,
I'm cool.
I'm open. And, you know, I didn't wear a tie, but I dressed appropriately, and I got the job. But I must have walked in like, wow, this guy's wearing pink. He's 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a monster. I want him in my classroom.
Yeah.
Yelling at kids. And I'm like, hey, I want to do hip-hop text with kids. I want to
Yeah.
go decipher hip-hop street talk.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
They're
wanted
like,
to be
they're like, whatever, great idea. You're 6'4", American guy, go for it. Good luck. Here's our worst 3 classes. And they did that to me, you know? And I was like,
Thank you.
and I'm nice. I'm like you.
Yeah.
I'm all smiles and nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, right? You want to. That's way more fun to have a day like Smiley Day than the day
Yeah.
of. I don't like being that parent either. Just being a parent, but being a teacher, where it's like the whole day is just like it's draining to just constantly. That's the thing about parenting, and too, it's like, guys, I tell them, I'm like, guys, can we just? I just want to have fun here, like. If we were just gonna fight all day, then I don't even want to get out of bed, you know? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if
Good.
it's just gonna be a constant battle with you all the time about every single fucking thing, sometimes it is like, it's like,
Pulling teeth.
well, it's just like, is it really worth fighting about? You know? Is it really worth
Oh my God.
you know?
Every single
And of course, to
thing.
them, it's like, this is my. How do you say it? Like, this is my stake in the ground. This is
That's
it.
it.
This is my battle right now. And you're
Yep.
talking about what now? Brushing our fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Every single goddamn. I say goddamn too much. I noticed that in my last video. I should stop saying that.
Oh, so, all right.
I feel like
I understand.
there's people out there. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Just say fuck every fucking day.
Yep.
About brushing teeth, or what's your guys' thing like?
Picking up the socks. Whose fucking socks are those?
Socks. Yeah.
They're dirty pink socks. Pick them up. They're not mine.
You don't wear
Well,
dirty pink
was-
socks? They match your polo shirt.
Yeah. Oh, you think they were mine? No, I don't match my socks ever. 3 girls can't figure out whose socks they are. They'll
Yeah.
lie and point the finger.
Yeah.
And then they won't. The guilty party refuses to pick it up. Socks.
It's always the one that's
Backbreaker.
guilty.
Absolute backbreaker. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how some
I snap.
like if you would have told me that before I had kids that that's the fights that are happening and how I know how emotionally triggered you can probably get from these socks, right? Where you're like, how did I ever get to the point where that shit bugs me? You know, like why does that even like what was it before I had kids and before like first off, what did I do with all my time?
Yeah. Where were we? I know.
What did I do with
Why
all
was I
my
not
time?
reading books about this stuff?
I could have mastered at least 3 instruments by the time I had like I was 26. No wait, I was 29 when we got Tristan.
Yeah.
So I could have like literally from the age of like I don't know, out of high school, 19 to the good 10 years.
No. warning.
I just was playing around. That was a good time, but I definitely like when I
I'm in
look
your
back
boat.
like what did I do? Because I must have watched so many movies. I think I
Yeah.
always watched a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Or-
Travel, talking on the phone, Skype calls,
Yeah. Sleep. I
Travel,
slept a lot
slept,
till 11 in the morning
a lot of
every day if I could.
silly jobs.
Yeah, it's true. Did you have a lot of
School.
jobs? Franzi always laughs about my jobs. Did you have
Summer
like
job,
a,
yeah. We grew up like 10 minutes away from the local beach. It was like a tourist trap
That's
from
badass.
hell.
That's cool. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was,
It's true. Oh, that's crazy, huh?
wow.
That gets a good reverb on
Seriously,
the
wow.
microphone. This is like
Is that a tank?
it's like the bass from yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
So
continue on. You're on the. So you guys, was it Rhode Island on the beat, like on the?
close, New Hampshire.
New
We have
Hampshire.
a record 17 miles of coastline, so we try to exploit it for everything it's worth. You grow up washing dishes, stupid, but you graduate to be a lifeguard. Eventually the cool jobs that all the kids want,
Lifeguard is the
or
cool
a
job.
car valet, or something at the local hotel. And
Okay.
that's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Scrappy jobs too, but you learn quick just how to make your money, but you don't have that culture of the summer jobs here at all. That's too bad. I mean, I guess you do like an ice cream shop
on the Baltic Sea. You might have that a little bit. Like a lot of those businesses are just like they only really run in the summer for that 10-week period where everyone's traveling. Obviously this year, I'm not going to say frog legs. Obviously this year because of frog legs.
Yeah, frog legs. That
the frog legs. It's been going around.
I forgot my frog leg mask, but
exactly. Masks. So we're just going to say frog legs.
Frog legs.
And that might cause a thing. But so besides that, like the summer job, I did that too in California. I worked on a lake.
Yeah, it's fun.
And we had my job was to always take these paddle boats every morning, take them, they're on a trailer with a quad. So I was like, that was so cool. I could get on my quad, drive just like a little part on the beach, but that was my drive,
That was the job.
And then stop, undo the
early morning. You rip that up,
and then bring like the 4 boats, or I don't know. We had like 8 boats. So you do like 2 trips. And those paddle boats, but it was like my job to, like, when someone wanted to rent one, go down there with the key, unlock it, like put them in the paddle boat, and then they do the thing.
Give them the instructions.
Yeah. Well, we used to do the fryer. That was the best thing, was the burger joint, because we had like a little imbiss thing,
Yeah.
And so we would put everything in the fryer. Like, it didn't fucking matter what it was. Like, what do you guys want to put it, like a butterscotch candy bar?
That's it.
Want to put that in the fryer? We fucking put that in the fryer, and like
Snicker bars,
like candy bars. We like want some fried candy bars, just selling that to people.
That's great.
But the hamburgers were good. I always loved like, I would do that. I would even open like a hamburger place if I just know that like I'd
Fried hamburger.
The fun of it would be like at the first 2 weeks, and then afterwards you just be like,
restaurants. Yeah,
that's a hard job.
Yeah. But I think we could bring a lot to that game around here. The 2 American guys.
Just we'll call it the Marc and Remington double.
Something, yeah, honestly. And it should really fire that scene at guacamole and
guacamole.
What the fuck?
Every time people come to our house for barbecues and stuff, and Fonzie makes some guacamole, like, what is this for? Like avocados?
I know. Yeah. What else do they do with them? I don't know.
Yeah, our kids love avocado.
Oh, it's so good for you.
Yeah, omega-3s. We were just talking about that with Fonzie today.
Serious?
We're talking about CBD.
All right.
What's CBD and what is it? What does it do? Blah, blah, blah. And we didn't have any audio, so we get to do that again and pretend like we didn't do it. No, it's cool though. She's.
I'm sorry.
It's actually it's a cool thing, because once we figure out what we could talk about next time even more that what we can touch on.
All right.
So anyway, yeah.
What was the weirdest summer job you ever did?
The weirdest summer job? Oh, now you're interviewing me.
Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's sad.
Yeah. Well, I had so many jobs. That's the thing. So it's like, I did so many jobs. Like, it's so weird. Franzi and I will be like talking about something, and it'll just be like, oh yeah, when I used to install satellites, and she's like, of course you did. She was always
what? How about the job that wasn't a job? It was like something that just fell in your lap, and you're like, I'm actually getting paid for this. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I've never really had that. Did you have one of those?
Not really.
I maybe got one.
Now.
Yeah.
All right. Good man, Eric. All right.
Eric, it's a summer job. This will be a cool summer, hopefully. I like summertime in Germany. It's
great.
It's more intense than in California, because California is always nice weather, so you don't have like this. You don't have like this cut seasonal thing there, And here it's just like, because you had to wait for it so long to get hot, it seems somehow you just automatically enjoy it more.
I think so.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
When I lived in Berlin, people are like ice cold, and people land-based Germans for being that way anyway. But I saw, we see different phases of that, personality. But Berlin especially, be like people like all hunkered up and in the subways and getting to work, and they got that permafrown on. And it's that one day in May that hits like 30 grad, and like all the girls' clothes come off, Matt. And I was saying all the time, so I got to apologize to my wife now, but it'd be like that one day I'm walking to work, and girls are like riding us to work, their own jobs, in bikes with like short skirts on, and I'm like, my eyeballs are popping out. I'm like, oh my, what?
It's such a contrast to like this.
Yeah,
everyone's
like
in a bad
free
mood,
love and cool, and holy shit.
Yeah,
it's just like literally blooming, and then if it's like sexy again.
But New Hampshire area, like up there, is it kind of like here where it doesn't really get dark in the summertime? Is it northern?
It gets dark. No, it's not. I think this is a further like northern parallel.
More. Yeah.
I was shocked. Like my first.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. It's still light, like not daylight, but the sun hasn't really set. And you're like, what? I'm still drinking. It's 4.
And somehow
I gotta go.
You're an alcoholic. We defined what alcoholic is today, by the way.
Oh, tell me.
Every day.
Okay.
That's all. That's it.
That makes sense.
That's all it takes.
You and Franzi?
Oh my God, dude! This is what's today? I'm fucked, man. I wasn't even supposed to drink beer. See?
I'll drink to that.
I was supposed to do Monday and Tuesday off this week, and I did Monday. So I don't know. It's kind of like this thing that the wives do to you. Again, we're back to that. We don't talk about it. Well, she's just like, I drink beer, and then it's like 1 beer, and then it's 2 beers, and so it's like now I stay about 2 beers a night.
That's good.
And the first one's like.
Yep.
Before the kid, like it's kind of well, no, it's like they're home, but it's like time to bring them in the bath. So it's kind of like before they even get upstairs in the bath, that one's just gone. So then I'm like, I'm chill mode. I got the hops in me, and I can just do bathing or do whatever I got to do. I can do my part of it's the dishes or the bathing. Or I don't really do the homework with the boy. That's Franzi's thing. She does homework with him.
Okay.
So I miss that though. I like doing homework with him.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I do the math, but Claudia does the German. Obviously,
that's a
serve respect.
I did the same thing.
What do you think of German beer culture? Like, we got beer gardens here. As an American,
big fan.
Yeah, me too. I fault nothing with that. People come over like, the beer rules are wrong. The kids drink way too early. I'm like, wow.
Oh, with 16, that's weird. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I think the beer here is fantastic. This is probably one of the first beers that was ever really a beer, like as far as European beers go. This is the actual original Pilsner recipe, right? The first Pilsner beer. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's got to be good. But I also appreciate these microbrews.
That's coming around, huh?
And in California, that's just the bomb.
Yeah.
I love that. Like I love going back home and then. It's like you try that one out, you try that one, and they always rotate. Like every time I go back, like once a year or maybe I'd say every 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
Like everyone's got the same new microbrew.
Oh,
that's
wow.
like the top of the game for the time. I know, and I drink Sierra Nevada. Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah.
It's a very strong, stouty IPA. Well, it's not an IPA, but it's almost an IPA. It's a pale ale. But it's not an Indian pale ale.
Good.
So that's kind of like, and it becomes a snobby thing. Like I can't go to that point. Like I've had like conversations with people where they're like into that, and it's just like it's a world for itself, right?
Yeah,
like
true.
Like these microbrew guys, they just like they go totally on like the chemical level of it, which is just like wine. It's like anything you can do,
True.
So I appreciate that too, but I just want to drink it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get to the bottom of things.
Do you like this beer?
I love Pilsner, Kel. It's hard to find in the U.S. I always tell my friends, like, I bought a case of this on sale for €10, €10, and I'm like 12 max with the fund.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What? You get a 6-pack for $10 in New Hampshire
and
of small bottles? $10.
It's expensive. Yeah. And Denmark, it's really expensive too.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we were there? Yeah, there's good Danish beers too, though. What's the one that I've had before?
Elephant. No, it's Copenhagen.
Faxe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I had this other one.
Is that lowbrow? Faxe? I've seen the big can, these oil cans. These like 2 liter of 1 liter.
2 liters, I guess.
That speaks nasty.
It's a big
That's
one.
ghetto. But I don't know.
I love drinking.
Is it
that
good?
one. When I first got to Germany, I remember going to a place with like all of the EMC guys where I worked, and we were like training somewhere in Frankfurt and whatnot. And at the end of the night, we could go out to wherever we were at.
Hell yeah.
We're in this little local village. And that's what I just got this big cannibal walking on the street with it, because
Facts.
American can walk on the street with this beer,
Yeah, huh?
That was like one of the things that I like didn't realize that the Germans laugh at us about.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, the brown bag theory. I didn't know. I was like, what? Is it true that you get arrested in New York City? It's like, actually, you're right. I lived there. I know. It's weird.
Isn't it weird?
New York City, of all places, to get busted for an open container. Like,
So
what's
so
the
the
big deal?
the cops roll up and say, "Hey yo, put that away." And
I don't know what they do, like a Buskeld or some kind of fine.
I've never gotten in trouble for it. I can tell you that. But
In
I
the
never
States.
because I never did it because I was afraid
Oh,
of the
yeah.
cops probably. Like,
Oh, it's weird. I told people in the States there, I'm walking down the street with a beer, and they're like, "What? I thought our country was free. It's like,
Dude,
well,
you're badass.
yeah, but
No, where the
little silly
Americans really
rules.
lose their shit is when you're like, my dad was here and I'm like, just get in the car. You know, you can keep drinking. He's like, what? And I, dude, I'm not driving. He's like, that's cool. Open container. Like if you do that in California, you have an open container. Goodbye. Like it's like it's a DUI. I think you just get a straight up DUI for it.
yeah, anybody has a open container in the car,
But it's like, but why can't the passengers drink?
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
you know, like what, like why don't you? If they don't give you the trust of it, you know, so they're like, so basically, there's just too many people that would take advantage of it and get drunk, and they kill too many people that they actually have to make a law. Like that's how. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a law. Otherwise, they wouldn't make a law, right?
Sad but true.
But in Germany, they don't have to make the law because Germans are like,
It doesn't make sense.
cool.
Why would
They're
you do
just
this?
they're just maybe they're just like vernünftig. What do you call it? They're just Germans are vernünftig. What's vernünftig in English?
Clever. I don't know.
Clever.
You can kind of think they sort out some of that silly legalese crap. Like,
Yeah, we got a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, everyone's got their own shit. So Carlsberg is definitely no. I wanted to say Tuborg. Tuborg is the beer.
oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's and everyone knows what that is here watching it probably. No, they don't.
My grandfather used to. I always thought it was a lowbrow beer because my grandfather would bring it up on Sundays to visit, and he'd visit my dad. They'd
So
bring,
what do
like,
you
a
mean by
rack.
when you say lowbrow beer? What do you mean by that?
I didn't know. I collected bottle caps when I was like a kid. Well, because there'd be like a lot at the house. Not my dad wasn't a boozer, but I just like the Tuborg caps, and there'd be like Lowenbrow and something else, and
Okay.
I wanted to get the different caps in my collection. But I had so many Tuborg ones, I was like, it's got to be like a bargain basement beer or something.
Sorry, had to look it
I didn't know it
look
was
up.
European though.
Didn't hear about that.
I think
You've never drank that beer before?
No.
It's yummy. It was yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
it's not cheap.
Yummy,
It's
yummy.
50 cents a pop for a
Namaste Premium Lager beer.
look at that tap. My
The
God.
Heineken edition. Yeah.
Beerwolf.com.
Yeah.
like Beowulf.
It's yummy because it makes it fresh. But what I do to make my beer fresh, I just pour it in a big glass. I freeze the glass,
Frosty mug.
frosty mug,
Yeah.
and then I just pour it in there kind of hard, and it mixes it all around. It
Mhm.
tastes like it's coming out of the tap.
I had no idea Tuborg was a high end, you know.
I don't know if it's
Good
high end.
taste.
I don't know. I liked it. I like the taste of it. I've only been to Denmark once, and I really enjoyed it there. Actually, not what I say. Actually, I just really enjoyed it there. We went to like really chill out. We had like a house, like a rental house, kind of back from the beach, and Marilist is right on the border. You can just take the ferry right up from Baltic Sea,
Mhm.
and if you wanted to, I think that's what you have to. You have to we jump on a car, and the car it's like a car ferry.
Yep.
And then I think it's like a total of 6 hours from here since we're so north.
Oh
up
yeah,
north.
right. Yep.
And then we got a house, and then we went from the house to like the little village there, and it's just all like wood plank decks everywhere, live music,
Yeah.
and even the weather it's similar. Like you could definitely, like in the summertime, you never know if it's going to be like a rainy week, which we kind of had a halfway rainy week.
Unfortunately.
But we actually rented a house that had a pool in it, so we were like, screw it. And my son will never forget that vacation because of that pool. He just loved that.
Oh, that's
He
great.
was just like, what do I do right now? What do I do? I'm just going to go swimming. You know, he just had like these
Cool.
red eyes the whole time. And, you know, he didn't care though. He's just
Chlorine.
yeah, just like chlorine burned eyes
Nice.
after the first day already.
Oh,
Yeah.
They probably hadn't figured out the pH balance that day. It's like,
Yeah, it was actually kind of like all homemade. It was not like it was like a tiny little pool that you could tell that the dude that owned the house just made it by himself. He like made a room for it, and then
great.
but it was enough, you know.
That's
It was
awesome.
fun to play around.
When did they build that bridge connecting Sweden and Denmark?
I have no idea about that.
Like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And before they built it, I had this girlfriend from out of the sticks. She lived in Berlin. I actually rented her apartment for a while in Berlin. That's how we met in techno clubs. And she was a nice girl. She was like really sweet, down country mouse, down on the farm kind of girl.
Yeah.
And I went to visit her and meet her mom. So it was getting serious at this point. But
Yeah.
I was still lecherous. I was like, DJ guy.
Yeah.
And we stopped at, she picked me up at the ferry, and it was a train from the ferry to Copenhagen. So she picked me up in Copenhagen station. She's like, oh, you see those girls over there? And these like hot, like blonde girls, and they're laughing and like, ah, they're obviously out of their tits blasted. And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? I don't know what you're talking. I'm ignoring them. What do you mean? What crazy girls? They're bad girls. How do you know this? Copenhagen has got a red light district. You know, they're from Sweden. They come over and they buy alcohol and get drunk. I'm like, oh
Shame
no!
on them.
And I was like, shit. Tell me more. What did they do?
No.
Anyway, I had to like put my halo back on. Oh, that's awful.
How
really?
could you?
How could they do?
How could you do that?
Why don't you get their phone numbers so I can tell them they're doing the wrong thing?
Yeah, we should put them on the naughty list.
Seriously, and spank them. Film it, and oh, of course they're from Sweden. I'm like, oh, that's where they used to make those films. Oh man. So anyway, I guess there's a huge trade of alcohol. Swedish people, where the booze is either impossible or it's 4 times the cost of Denmark.
It's even more expensive than Denmark.
They go to Denmark, load up, and then bring it back.
Yeah.
And I guess the bridge was built by alcohol, they say, because the Swedes want it so bad. But those naughty girls.
Why is that? Why is it so expensive there?
I'm going to rely on Eric's European.
I mean, my
culture.
intuition tells me
Oh,
it's
no.
because it's like just my I could totally be completely wrong. Absolutely wrong. But I just like when I talk about it, and I've talked about it to Franz before, and I just like, why when we just think that it's because it's so dark up there, like the winters are so fucking
I bet.
it like you have like I think you have like they think you have like 1 whole month of darkness, or I think where it's completely dark, or it's like pretty much dark the whole day, like through a part of the deep part of winter. And
Yeah,
so
I think the winter is very, very, very dark.
so it leads
Yeah.
to depression, and then they
yeah.
like, well, the alcohol. So that's like the why they make it so expensive. They put like a huge tax on it because they want to keep the people undepressed.
We go in Berlin to Media Market, and you can get these like solar lamps, or like it's just a light that imitates.
The infrared lamps, or the
20 hours.
on the depths
That's
of winter,
hard.
the Stockholm area has only around 5.5 days, 5.5 hours.
Darkness.
In the north of Lapien, the sun peaks above the horizon to just 4 hours.
That's rough.
In the depths of winter, so I'm guessing that's probably like just for like a month, or yeah.
That's hard. That's
Yeah. So that's just was my
good
feeling.
theory. No, and Maine, next to New Hampshire, neighboring Maine,
Yeah.
the only state in the country with one word in their name.
And their
Maine.
motto.
Yeah, or Iowa. Man, I forgot what it was. But anyway, Maine is the highest alcohol per consumption per capita in the country, which is weird because there's not that many people there. And if you live in Maine, you're a fisherman, a forester, a hunter, or somebody running around scared.
It's
Yeah.
a huge state.
Big land mass, but it's mostly forest. So depression, same thing. Nothing to do.
Have you ever been up there?
Yeah. We lived right on the border, and it's a great area. They call themselves California is the Golden Bear State. We've got a motto that they print on all the car license plates. And New Hampshire was "Live free or die."
Yeah.
We had the coolest one, and then Maine was like vacation land.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait a minute. So like,
it's like paradise. So that's what they want you to think.
but like on one side it's live free or die. Like pry the rifle out of my dead grip. My death grip.
That's us. Yeah.
And then like right, it's just like vacation. It's like a total.
Yeah.
Dude, wasn't there a comedian that just did a whole bit on that?
George Carlin.
He did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think there's this Chinese guy on
really?
Netflix.
It's a good rip.
I don't know him.
Yeah, his name is can we play that on here? Oh, I hate that. On Twitch I would, but on YouTube we can't.
Would be possible, yeah.
That's okay. We won't play it on here. I'll just get his name.
I can just cut it out after.
It's okay.
He who could not be named
Yeah.
with frog legs.
Yeah, his name is. Oh, I'm on. Well, let's see. We're on Pup Academy right now.
Oh, of course. Your favorite?
Man, it's so depressing
That's
when I
hilarious.
say it. I realize like how I love my kids. I love
Yeah,
my
I know.
family.
I'm sorry.
It's just funny how the world has changed. And I got to get out of kids before I search for comedy. Obviously, otherwise I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of fucking.
Funny kids videos.
Come on, exit kids. His name is. He did that. He named like 5 or 6 state mottos.
Oh, nice.
Because he's like, he plays this whole thing like he's an immigrant, so he can just be like, "What the fuck's up with you guys? Like,
All
what?
right.
And live. What was it? Live free or die." He said that.
die.
Yeah, he had that whole thing.
Oh, man.
That was so good.
It's the funniest
I think
one.
you can quote that one for whole America.
Oh, it's
when you're in
serious.
the
It's
European-
true, yeah. They tried to change it years ago, and I think they had some success, and it was so... The thing that came after was so lame. So, like, what?
They can't get better than
Like,
Live
the
Free or
Friendly
Die.
Guy State or something. No, this sucks.
His name is Ronnie Ching.
Okay.
Asian comedian destroys America. And he
Need
really...
more of those.
You can tell he's just on this game. Like,
Cool.
He's just yelling. He's just
Yeah.
fucking like this whole Amazon thing, you know? Like he just, his thing's been out for a while, so it's like he's just like he does this thing with his hand and he's just like, "Give it to me now. Give it to me now. I want it now. I want it now. I want it before I think about it. I want you to put the thought of what I want in my brain. I want Amazon now. I want it Amazon before I think about it." And he's like, take it out, put it in my mouth, take a stick and shove it down pull it out of my ass, put it in a package and send me some fucking napkins. I want some fucking napkins. I want like 500 napkins, you know? He's just like, just
Nice.
going like super. And I've watched it even twice now, I think, because it's like one of those, like punchline after punchline. He's just going, you know?
Cool. Non-stop.
Yeah. And he plays like this whole balance as an Asian guy, like he can be between the whites and the blacks. So he's like,
Oh, yeah.
So he's,
Fairground.
yeah, so he's kind of like he's like calls it how it is for the black people, and he calls it how it is for the white people. And then so
Cool.
he's like, nobody can do it because I don't got any paint on either side, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
That's kind of hard as a white guy. Like,
Oh, totally.
if you want to be funny, it's like, you have your range. There's things you can say. There's
Mhm.
we all know there's one thing you can't say. But there's more than that. And I think it's kind of weird. Like, it's hard. It's hard to like kind of paint that. Like, if you're really to think about it, you know.
Are you finding this? You hitting the walls in some of your work? Or you...
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Different.
No, I'm not even. Like, I wouldn't even call it work. Like,
Sure.
I'm just trying to get a habit of actually writing.
Yeah, bad word. I'm thinking.
No, it's true. Like, it's hard.
Pushing yourself out.
Well, how
in that
like
direction.
just to sit down and like.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Well, I think one Penn here from Penn and Teller, the magician, he talked about he's been writing a daily journal for the last 30 years or something.
Wow.
And so listen to him talk
Oh my
about
God.
it. He was on a podcast with Joe Rogan. He was talking about it actually, but he has his own podcast too. I think it's called. It's really good.
Penn
Anyway,
Report.
you can tell he's just like highly, almost annoyingly intelligent. Like
Yeah.
just it's like you listen to him and you're just like, whoa, dude.
Honestly, yeah.
And he said that the best thing about doing that is that he realizes that he has like a real failable memory. Like,
Oh, really?
so like Joe will ask me like, so how was it when you did that? He's like, well, I'm sure it's wrong what I'm going to tell you right now. And he's like, why would you say that? He's like, because I write a journal and I look back on that day that I'm telling you the story, and like the story that I have in my mind is not the story that I wrote down on the day.
Wow.
So he's like,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
It's so he's like, he's just so amazing for him. That's the first human to like say that his memories are fallible.
Yeah.
And you can and that's I think his favorite thing about journaling. He says
Awesome.
it is kind of cool to look back on that day.
Oh, yeah.
But just try that. Try to write a journal every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, and what voice are you gonna do it in? Do you just
Yeah.
like write it down? Well, I don't know. It's not really my. Pins Sunday School is what it's called. Yeah. Pins Sunday School. Yeah. Yeah, so he'll talk like he interviews people too. Sam Harris, Corey Stamper, Matt Franco, Robert Klein,
Wow.
Tim Ferriss. Oh, I love Tim Ferriss, man. That guy.
Why the
Why the?
Yeah, you can do that. Who cares? I think that's okay.
do they have this empty space in the page for me to tell you that the Penn Sunday School channel has on it Penn's Sunday School? Why do they need it? Anyway, you saw it. Now watch the videos.
So he's just filling the place.
Yeah.
15-second.
So let's watch
Trailer.
let's watch a little bit of Penn. I'm interested. I haven't seen him do it. I always just listen to it. Talking like he's a very like him and do you know his magic show? Have you ever seen
Oh,
it?
yeah. He's a Las Vegas headliner for years.
Yeah.
Him
Have you
and
ever seen
Teller.
him in Vegas?
I haven't been out there,
No.
and I didn't see the show live, but remember seeing him on video and doing presentations, but yeah, the guy's way too smart.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, I don't count. I don't know.
Top right?
Look at one of the newer ones. Top right. Yeah, whatever. Oh, we just got on the guest.
Yeah.
So homeboy's like on his phone first, like, okay.
Nice.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to Penn Sunday School. Nope. Brothers, sisters, siblings, welcome to Penn Sunday School. Broadcasting from Show Creator Studios South here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, he's still in Vegas. Cool.
Michael Godot is off.
Yeah, they still do shows, huh?
He could not
Oh,
make
nice.
it here today. But we are here to tackle the latest issues affecting the world today, like what Penn thought of the Joker and other things like that.
Joker.
Just Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
I was watching the Joker while listening to the Led Zeppelin
Here he is
the
preaching
Led
about
Zeppelin.
Penn Jillette.
and the Imagine Dragons. It's not the Joker. But I want to talk about this. You know, we're doing this. We're doing this early today because I have to go to rehearse.
Okay.
Now, Teller. It's amazing to see Teller's face without pain.
Oh, wow.
I'd begun to think that that's what he looked like. For 2.5 years, he's been in constant, unbroken pain.
Yeah.
Right. And it made him look older, frailer, and sadder.
Yeah.
He was older, frailer, and sadder.
Right.
He went to L.A., got surgery done by people who do like football players and stuff, the most modern shit they possibly do.
Right.
He explained one thing to me that was mind-blowing to me, that when other people do surgery, they cut into where they got to go with a scalpel,
Yeah.
right? For the new technique, they take a half hour to go through like an inch of flesh, and they just push it apart very, very slowly. So they're not really cutting, so it all goes back together really nicely, and you heal better. And they put in
Wow.
this like little disc in there to adjust his posture and keep it. I mean, just this is stuff that they do professional football players.
Right.
You know, like NFL superstars, that's where they go. So Teller, you know, with his football history, so his face is without pain. It's amazing.
Thing is,
And
like
he's also,
the show is like he doesn't.
found out
It's like
he
Teller
has
doesn't
sleep
talk,
apnea,
right?
So he's now
Yep.
doing a CPAP.
True.
So Penn and Teller 100% CPAP, and he's adjusting to
Awesome.
that. And he also
Nice.
You know, he. So like, have you ever watched the show?
Yeah. He's like
so this is
foil.
he only talks the whole time, and then the crazy thing is, like, imagine that, like, imagine working with this guy for 2 years, like you and me working, and you always see like this face that I have,
Yep.
and like that's all you see, that's all he reads him. He just is. That's what I think is so crazy about their relationship,
Yeah.
is that their show that they do, he never says a word, and
Yep.
and like I didn't know that when I first went to watch that show, and it was just amazing to me to like see this. Like, and they've done that for 30 years, right? So you have
Yeah.
like this type of show where your other guy doesn't talk, so it's all just miming.
Yep.
And he said something about their relationship too. Their working relationship is just so crazy how like each one of them has their own thing, and then they fit together. So he's like that's Teller's area. Like he has like a atrophy in certain areas of his life just because he has this working partner that's basically complimenting him.
Mm-hmm.
So he just atrophies like a certain parts of his life, he said, just because, like, so if he's somewhere else without him, he'd be like, I don't know, that's Teller. Like,
Oh, right.
you know,
Wow.
just because they have such a
Interesting.
deep word, you know, it's kind of like what you, like, my wife always knows the names of people.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just tend to not even, like, I just ask her. So I
Yep.
don't even like try and remember names anymore, you know?
When she's not there in the
But
room.
when she's not there anymore, I'm like, I don't know.
forgot
Gotta
the
ask
guy's
Franzi what the
name
name
is.
is. I don't know. Do you do that?
Yeah,
Ian?
compliment. Yeah, it's you got like a wing person.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so we had a kind of little thing we wanted to go on, and we just went off. We never even like got onto what we wrote down. Let's. It's already 3:00, huh? Jesus Christ. Okay. Elon Musk's tweet: Tesla restarting production. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me. That says, Teslas are starting production today against Alameda County rules. I will be on the line with everyone else. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me.
Hardcore.
I saw that thing first thing this morning. I showed it to Franzi. I was like,
Yeah.
you would do the same thing. She's like, yep, I would. Shit, that's how Franzi is too. Like that's
Hardcore. Huh.
It's just like if it's gonna be anybody, just only be me.
I had to look into that because I figured, Donald Trump says one thing, and people ask me, being the token American or one of them in town here, what is this all about? And Trump, is he serious? And I'm like, oh. And then it looked like Elon was saying the same thing. But I guess some of the background on this was that he's the only American car maker being like punished in this way because California's rules are so much more hardcore than Detroit.
Yeah.
And Detroit's going full gas right now. So he's losing market share. He's like, why me?
Yeah.
I understand at that point. I was like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. He's thinking about his company.
This story was 9 hours old when I saw it first thing this morning, and I figured something's going to happen by the end of the day. So U.S. time,
Maybe
it'd
it's
be interesting. If he gets busted, what next?
I can pull up his Twitter account. Is it still? Are we still behind?
He's tweeting from jail.
They're not awake yet. Let's see what he says. Yes, there's a second tweet after that. Yes, California approved. So he's responding to Chile, Michelle, and Tesla. Yes, California approved, but an unelected county official illegally overrode. Also, all other auto companies in the U.S. are approved to resume. Only Tesla has been singled out. This is super messed up. Yo, there you go.
That's hard. So
when you see a guy walk by wearing light up Skechers, let's see what that's. I love this. Next thing I knew,
come on, dude. Seriously?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good guy.
He's
Good
funny.
guy. And
He's funny.
do you watch that podcast with him? And
Yeah. No, I'm glad Joe tapped him. It was a good interview.
Yeah, he does. Can you go back to the video of him telling them about the name? It's the second. I just have it on it's like the second thing. There you go. The start at the beginning.
He dove right into it. There's no pause.
I love that about that. Him. We just go straight at it.
How do you say the name?
Well,
is it a placeholder?
First of all, my partner is the one that actually mostly came up with the name.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, she's great at names. So
She's good at names.
I mean, it's just
Saw that one.
X, the letter X, and then the AE is like pronounced Ash.
He's laughing. Yeah. He's like, whatever.
And then A12 is my contribution.
Oh, why A12?
Archangel 12, the precursor to the SR-71. Coolest plane ever.
So pause it real quick.
Yeah.
Check this out, dude. Look at that face. And look at that shit.
Yeah.
And then I went to a video, the next YouTube video on there. Check this shit out. Go from the beginning. The beginning, though. Yeah, exactly, dude. Global Military Aviation Photography presents. Look at this fucking shit.
I was going to go full bore.
Now in the second round, it does. The first bore is just...
You can see it all here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. That's loud. Wow.
Those are just like those are just two fucking rocket launchers on there.
Yeah.
There goes the afterburners.
There's the burners.
Wow. Go.
So it just
Sweet.
It just outruns things.
Yeah.
It's just it flies on all the way to the edge of the atmosphere. It's an amazing piece of machinery.
Did you do air shows?
I never did. I never did.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We had an air base near us, and I never saw a blackbird, but all kinds of weird warbirds from the 70s and transport aircraft. But I was never like an American, like a big flag waving patriot, like USA, or beat somebody up for. You sometimes hear these crazy stories of people really going off on the deep end. And in New Hampshire, I think there's a strong carry law, like you can't carry guns around. So, like, our connection to American violence was very, very little. We beat up kids at high school, or I get beat up or something.
just
Well, that was
straight
about it. Normal stuff. But we go to the air show, and it's all knuckles bare, like, fuck yeah, USA, you with the biggest. And until I came over here, I'm like, wow, that could be a bad thing. If you're like waving your fists in the air,
Germany.
like, oh shit! And air shows are not cool. That some of the Uko people are like, no, that's a waste of gas, and you're gonna stink up the air. I'm like, all right. Shit, I'm glad I saw the air shows. It's a good point they make, but
it's very emotional when you get that. Like I've seen the Blue Angels before, but I think it was because when my mom graduated from the CHP college CHP academy, they did like a car show, and I don't know if it was there or I saw them somewhere though. And the Blue Angels are just like when they fly by, it's like this whole marketing thing. My cousin is actually on one of the teams.
Awesome.
That flies around, but he's a mechanic, and he's got his Instagram is just awesome.
Wow.
He's just got like, and they got those pictures of the thing that I would want to do. I would love to do, like, if any of the 41 people watching this know anybody.
45.
45. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't even mean to correct you.
Thank you, man.
There's love there. There's love.
I appreciate that.
I'm there for you.
Yeah, it starts small. It's just a small seed that you plant.
A lot of love though.
LOL.
I'm so 69. I forgot what I'm sorry.
Oh, that's just
one of my kids showed me at school. I still can't do it right.
I can do blood.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
I can do it. Oh, my jujitsu fingers suck now. I used to be able to do it better. There's my blood.
Wow.
I represent for the red side.
Okay.
They're blue. Oh, and my wife also made the point. I'm San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You're Boston.
True.
So there's a lot of blood there.
East
Even though
Coast.
Boston has definitely had more world championship. Wait a minute, no.
Lately, yeah.
For a while there, they never had anything,
It
right?
was a run. Yeah, it was like 80 years of dry.
80
luck,
years
nothing.
of
Oh,
desert
so
dry,
bad, yeah.
no
Tumbleweeds.
championships. And it's Boston.
bad.
Come on, man.
Fine.
Get out of here. Can you do a Boston
Celtics.
accent? I can't do a Boston accent.
Boston accent.
Boston.
Remington.
Remington. Hey, Remington's so cute. No, he's how do you say it? Like the woman is. I could do the woman probably easier than I could do the man.
God.
What's that?
Remington, right? He's so gorgeous. He's so. His package is so tight, right?
Gorgeous.
In Boston, we go to the Boston Garden, see the Celtics, right?
Boston Gardens.
And then after that, we go to Revere Beach and get a roast beef at Kelly's Roast Beef. My sister and I go there, and we were eating roast beef sandwiches. And you bite the sandwich, and the blood comes out of the bloody roast beef. It was so gross. Remington is fucking gross.
I threw it away. I threw that shit away. I'm never going back there.
Yeah, it's a little New York.
That's
but
pretty good, man. That was really good.
I
can't
have
do
no
it.
experience, but yeah, we make fun of them. They call us New Hamsters because those were yeah.
Okay.
And where I come, New Hampshire, they'd come to our beach. The mass
The New
holes
Hamsters.
the mass holes from Massachusetts would come to
Mass
New
holes.
Hampshire beaches, and they'd be like, "You guys are New Hamsters." I'm like, "Well, you guys are mass holes," and then the fight happens,
Yeah.
between the parking lot valets and the mass holes or whatever. It's fucking train wreck, but yeah, that's summer loving for you.
That's good. That's what you gotta like about the East Coast, because there's just more people in a concentrated area, and the differences are just right on top of each other.
Totally.
Like in California, everyone's California, so it's like all.
Oh, yeah.
Or everyone's Asian.
Oh, right, okay. You noticed that right away. Is it true? I had a cousin. My cousins grew up outside of San Diego, and they grew up, or they grew up in Massachusetts, but then they moved to San Diego after big divorce, whatever. But they said it's weird out here in the West Coast because in California you don't go outside unless you're like dressed, and you're dressed to kill. In New England, it's like everybody looks like a dork, and you go outside, no big deal. But in California, you gotta look, you gotta have
Dapper.
the look. Yeah, you don't go outside unless you. Is that true?
Well, it never was for me, but I'm just one person, so maybe I don't know. I can't really. I was too young. I didn't really have a professional career or anything like that. So when I would go out, like when I came to Germany, my style, dude, was definitely improvable.
Well, Americans like chillax anyway.
Yeah.
So,
So baggy pants and baggy shirt. So just t-shirt, pants, and sweatshirt. Well, I mean, that's exactly what I'm wearing right now. So, but it was like the skater shoes. So like
Yeah.
those oversized skater shoes.
That's mandatory. You have to show.
And I skateboarded. I learned to skateboard later, but like so
Cool.
the skater shoes, and then the big Dickies, like the Dickies that were like super.
I still got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but those are when I put those, I still have them sometimes.
Me too,
And when I
yeah.
put them on, I'm just like, are you a cholo? No.
Yeah.
Are you a gang member? No. Why are you wearing?
Yeah.
Like, but the skater style is can still be like that
Similar.
in a sense.
Yeah, it's close.
But like now the skaters, they all wear skinny jeans and stuff. So
Yeah.
and it kind of makes sense. Like having baggy pants when you're skateboarding, it gets in the way. Like I used to have
Mm-hmm.
the pair of jeans that I only wore with skating because the back part of the like have you ever seen like a skater that wear that baggy pant? Like the back part of the jeans just gets ripped off at some point, so it's kind of like a slant because
serious?
it always is caught in there. So eventually it's just like a tapered. Like
Oh, cool.
ripped up back thing, you know. So skinny
I
jeans
wouldn't
make
know.
more sense because it just doesn't get in the way of the board doing its thing, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I learned something today. Thank you. That's
And,
cool.
that's what I looked like when I showed up here. I showed up here. I cut my own hair, and had the skater shirt and the skater things and the sweatshirt, and that was it. So like again, the Remington 2.0 that was created to exist in the life of my wife's life had to. Like she would just, they do that. They could buy you like
she
stuff
dresses
that-
you up. Yeah, just me
and she,
too.
sometimes though, but like I have a line though, like there's scenes. I love that shirt on you. I don't wear that shit. Like if I'm not feeling that shirt, I'm not gonna put that shirt on. And she's like, like, why don't you wear the green Burton shirt? She got me this green Burton shirt with like a brown. It had like a brown pocket here, like a button up, and then it had like a different colored green over there. And I'm just like, because it just, I don't know, it just,
man.
like it looks good on other dudes and stuff, but it just made me look kind of like bad. I don't know how you.
In a word, bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was like, how did you get on that topic? Because of the
I don't know.
because you said in the East Coast it was like dressing, how people dress.
Oh,
like,
I was just curious. Yeah.
do you just go out with but there's a lot of people that that wear sweatpants and stuff everywhere they go in California.
Kinda. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like
Even
full on sweat. Like Franzi was actually, I think that more about Germans. Like I think Germans,
Oh yeah.
like they dress their shit up. Like
I was just gonna say the way you kind of.
Bad example over here.
yeah. Well,
We feel comfortable.
besides
Yeah.
Eric. That's why we found each other because I was like, he looks like me when I was 19.
Awesome.
No, you don't. He wears shorts when it's fucking like it's like 55 degrees outside. He comes and he wears shorts.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
he's like,
Represent.
my legs don't get cold, bro.
That's
I was
cool.
like, well, okay, if your legs don't get cold, then I guess you don't gotta cover them.
I do that too. I get looks.
Yeah,
and I
on,
get like,
on my legs it's okay, but if I would wear a t-shirt and a jacket, that would
yeah.
kill me.
Yeah, that's different. True that.
I bet Germans saw that though, and were like, "This is an American, a real deal." And they're like scoping you out, like, "Cool, he's got the skater pants are kind of angled, the bevel,
The cut-off
what-
skater.
yeah, that's a real, They must have been
how
all
they
over
look.
that because they like that. I think they want to come
Well,
out
the
of their
caps are definitely American, right?
Yeah, I think they know. Like my wife won't go outside unless she's dressed to the T's, and she will not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just go to the gas station, fill up. Hell no.
She always dresses
You're
up.
getting out of the car because I look like shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You're pumping gas. Who gives a shit? And it's at the station where
Yeah.
nobody's there anyway.
Yeah.
Or go to Poland. No, I'm not getting out of the car.
Yeah.
So I bet there's.
She won't even get out of the car.
No, she won't. It's
She's
embarrassing.
like,
Like, come
I'm
on,
not getting
dude.
out. You go.
And I don't look any better. I'm like a bathrobe on.
You know the cool thing is now, like in Germany, when I look at Felix Lobrecht, name drop Felix. He's the kind of guy that wears the gold chain and the Rolex, but also like has the sweatpants on and so he shows up in like ready to. I don't know what that look is. He's not
Ready
like
to chill.
yeah.
That's
like,
my look.
Is that what it is?
I would wear exactly like that. Yeah.
Every
nice watch, sweatpants to chill.
Yeah.
Something cozy. And
Comfortable.
Like
Yeah,
that's how I fly.
You have to.
Like when
really
Just like when I fly, I'm wearing
shoes.
And so that's the thing though, like do you can you step up that? You can now there's like enough sweatpant brands out there you can buy some badass like sweatpants that are like, kind of stylish. The thing is the baggy thing.
Yeah, you can't.
It just like the baggy thing. What
There's
was
a
that
limit.
in the 80s, dude? Like
Yeah.
was it the 80s? No, the 90s even. Like if you look at the old like Will Smith shit,
Oh,
that
totally.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep.
Like
Oh yeah.
yeah, baggy pants. Yeah, what were they called? They were called baggies? Baggies?
Yeah, I think there were brands like specific. Yeah, there you go. Helen Moda.
Yes,
$16,
dude.
dude. Rip it up.
Yeah. Baggies.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
The PSY baggy pants.
Yeah, like if you look at the old NSYNC, like look at what Justin Timberlake looked back when NSYNC was in.
MC Hammer. This.
Wie wird das?
SYN. God, you don't know how to spell NSYNC, dude?
Sorry, dude.
Party foul, dude.
Still don't know. In sync?
Bro,
Harem.
SY.
Harem pants.
INSY.
Yeah, I gotta shop. I gotta shop Wish.
NSYNC.
They get the prices I like.
SYN. SY. Epsilon. SY. Imanok.
Boy band.
Epsilon.
There you go, boy band.
SY.
Ah, Boys, ich bin.
That'll get them there.
Das hat mich jetzt
Ja.
komplett rausgeschmissen.
With a Y, bro. NSY. NC.
Ich-
You don't know the NSY and
I'm not even
gotta-
trying
You gotta buy
to.
you a poster and put it above your
Correct
bed. It's like
That's what autocorrect is for.
and then you can just look at the original pictures. That's actually not that bad. Justin was on Hot Ones. Have you seen that show?
Hot Ones.
Very
No.
good.
Really?
Very good show.
Is it a documentary or something?
No, the dude, the host has like the hottest sauces in the world,
Oh, nice.
and he interviews you at the same time.
That's great.
So no, he was interviewing Justin in this episode, but he interviews like he had Tom Segura on there and all these other guys. He had all these
Cool.
guys, but and he'll start off with like the lower one, and he eats it with you. And so what the
Okay.
coolest thing was is that like how can you keep the shit together? And you know how when you eat something spicy, like you kind of go through like a mental state.
Yeah. you
So
can
he
do
like
this.
he like kind of goes with that,
Whoa.
and he puts the questions on you, and so like he sneaks the hard questions in, kind of like not the
Oh, you're
hard
like-
ones, but like kind of like so you really get to know what the person's thinking because you can't have a filter on at the same time that you're
Clever.
eating this hot ass food, and so even like Justin, which he kept his shit together, I have to say, like, and he was just like he's like I get what you're doing here, you know, like kind of like yeah.
He's a Southern boy too. He's opened up a New York City restaurant dedicated to like fried chicken and waffles or something crazy. I've
That's,
told Germans that they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, it's a thing." And I don't know if the restaurant's still around, but he must know some hot food.
Yeah, the other guys like
Spice Girls.
do the hot ones real quick on
yeah.
on YouTube. Yeah,
That's clever.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like we can watch just a little bit of it in a minute.
Speaking from my own experience in New York, they had that one street around I think 6th Street, and it was all Indian restaurants,
Yeah,
and you could get cheap lunch there for like $5. Oh, there we go.
yeah.
And you'd go through these like amazing, like psychotic episodes of just like hot food, and you're like seeing lights, and it's all the restaurants are decorated the same with like Christmas lights. And
Yeah.
they're dazzling Christmas lights and mirrors, and these things are
So
only
just like having you're just tripping balls like off
Seriously.
this hot sauce there.
and it was BYOB, so you bring your own beer, and we had like hard like 40s and nasty shit, cold 45 just to be obnoxious.
Yeah, I used to
Save a
love
buck.
Sapporo.
Sapporo's good.
Yeah.
I don't get a beer.
Is it a 42? It's a 40, right? 40 ounce.
Yeah,
it's always
I
it
think
comes
so.
in that big bottle.
Oh, that was amazing. It was the trademark aluminum can. They kind of looked like a.
Is that
That
Sapporo?
was one form of them.
Ah, maybe they had-
Japanese.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome.
I always just drank it out of the bottle, but we didn't really drink it out of the bottle. We pour it like we had it at the Chinese restaurant at P.F.
Oh,
Chang's.
yeah.
So, but we had that, and we had Asahi, which was like I think it was a Chinese beer.
I forgot.
But
Delish.
so
Hot
try
ones.
it. Try it. Justin Timberlake
Zac
cries a river.
Ups the ante.
Yeah. Sure. Do hot ones, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Yeah. Sure. Okay, I'm fine.
That's after like a nice hot.
Just
one.
go to the end of it because we
That's
can't watch the whole
great.
thing.
Smart.
It's like
That is funny.
This is the
Hoppa.
part. So you do it again, right?
Triple
Exactly.
X sauce.
and he puts like a this
Can we
one.
count on you returning, Justin?
No, you
know
got to go
what?
back a little bit
You
further
gotta
because that's
get
the
that
total. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
He tears up. I'm not gonna lie. Was he eating
which was
wings?
pretty
There you
crazy.
go,
I got
there you
to
go.
play with Justin Rose. I also got to play with Clint Eastwood.
Have you ever had the pimento cheese sandwich at Augusta?
I have.
Overrated or underrated?
No. It's.
You gotta hit it?
Yeah.
Pimento cheese, huh?
Another famous food item, Olympic Club. They do their
Look at him,
hot
he's
dogs
fighting
on
that shit.
hamburger buns.
Yeah, he's tripping on
That's
his words.
really good. I'm glad to see you're having some sort of reaction.
Listen, I'm human, Justin. You know?
I see you. They edit the shit out of you because you look Teflon on this shit, bro.
You look Teflon. Widowmaker.
Why is this like a thing? Why are we? Why?
You don't have to.
No.
He's
We've
like
made it
drunk.
this far.
That's hilarious.
I'm not gonna run like 21 miles of the marathon. Okay?
Respect.
All right? I'm gonna have IBS for like a month.
But
But
pretty kick-ass YouTube video to show.
well, we'll see, won't we? There's gonna be a lot of ass real soon.
Wow. He's
All right, okay.
wings.
All right. Do hot ones, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Are you having a good time?
I am. I'm not gonna lie.
He was laughing. His eyes are like swollen. Breathe in. Breathe
So
in.
Marilyn
Hold
Manson.
on.
Hold on.
Marilyn Manson.
Hold on.
Sounds pretty
How do
random.
they do that?
The time
Yeah,
release
yeah.
thing, right? And
That's
the
like
bomb goes
like a
off.
Willy Wonka
It's a trick.
hot sauce thing.
They lull you into that sense of false security,
Yeah.
and then
Nice.
Like
That's
a
crazy, huh?
everlasting gobstopper where the hot sauce
The
comes
new layer
in.
on. Yeah.
So Marilyn Manson once said that people underestimate how badass you are, and that
Marilyn's awesome.
and that you can have a dark side. Do you feel like Marilyn Manson understands you in a way that few others do?
The first time I ever met Marilyn, he came up to me at a party. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around and I was like, hey, what's up? I was 21. And he goes, he's like looking down at me and he
Can you
says,
remember that?
I think your debut album is the most genius thing that's come out in the last 5 years.
I was like, whoa, thank you, bro. That means a lot. I was like, I think you're a fucking genius yourself. And he goes,
Please don't tell anyone I told you that.
I walked on.
The music goes out.
But no, years later, like Marilyn and I, we kicked it a little bit. I love Marilyn. He's a rad human.
All right, Justin Timberlake.
It's happening?
It's happening.
Yeah, see, like, it's cool.
He's just going,
That's what I think that you totally got a picture into Justin Timberlake. Like, he was
Oh my
very
God.
authentic right there, you know? And you could see, like, the value of him. Like, he lays value on people, like, as authentic human beings. Like, how is, like, he judged Marilyn Manson on the person he is and not what Marilyn Manson obviously plays on is that whole look of.
Totally, yeah. And he's in this boy band. He's 21. He could give a shit about Marilyn Manson, but he really dug into this.
I think your
like,
debut album.
Fuck, man.
was
Thanks.
The most genius thing in the last 5 years.
The voice.
The way they changed his voice. Badass.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Anyway, that's all I had. Oh yeah, we got to still do the Kings of
Yeah.
Queens thing.
Okay.
Jerry Stiller is dead.
People are dying.
Yeah. Okay. First we had Florian Schneider. Florian Schneider, rest in peace. Founding member of Kraftwerk.
Major loss. Yeah, it's the techno world. All those techno Tresor guys in Berlin. That was like the Urvater, the god.
He was kind of actually. How old was he? I don't know.
70 something. I think 74.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's still like 70s. Like come on, 90s.
He could have hit it. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
playing like a couple of years ago, big music fests, I think.
Oh, wow.
So he's still rocking. But I guess the reason I was in Berlin was because that scene, Kraftwerk, inspired the guys in Detroit. They made their own version of like electronic music. It wasn't like dance. It wasn't chill. It was just what they wanted to do.
Yeah. So that's what inspired them back then.
And that came back to Germany, and the Germans heard this American music and were like, "Wow, this is cool. Let's do this." And
Yeah.
techno was kind of born. So
That's how it went. I didn't even know.
yeah,
that.
bizarre. And that I learned later. That's Americans. We fuck up our own music history every time. Like jazz
Yeah.
was in like when World War I broke out. There was a black thing, and Americans wouldn't have anything to do with it. Jazz was like not cool, and of course Hitler wasn't doing it either because he got rid of all the Berlin jazz bars. But after the war, it was this music. It was like rock and roll, pre-rock and roll. So that was more popular jazz in the U.S. in Europe than it was in the U.S. Josephine Baker, all these people had these huge careers in Europe, but nothing back home. It was crazy. A lot of blacks who served in World War I stayed here because there was very little racism.
Yeah.
And that's like cool. And then same thing with rock and roll.
Yeah.
Elvis.
That's
the
true. I would have
Beatles.
stood here too. Like if you think about it, because like here it was like in France and stuff, and you have a lot of, like it's just Europeans more mixed, so they were just you you had more colored people running around. You had that wasn't that such a big deal. Like obviously, those are definitely different times.
True.
But like that makes sense. I would have stood here too. It's like, wait, we can just like chill out and make music and fuck all the white bitches. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm down. Oh yeah, okay. They're not gonna judge me. That's cool. So and then techno was another experience with like all those like this weird freak party music, and it died out over in the U.S. and here it was like boom, major party, and that brought me out of New York. And I'm thinking, holy shit, the Germans have so organized. They've got like Marlboro sponsoring clubs and parties. You're like, Marlboro, holy fucking shit. What's the States doing wrong? Why can't we?
Yeah,
an American
what
company.
A sponsor.
Fucking A, man.
Like they go in there and it's a smoke cloud.
It's crazy. Yeah, what are we doing wrong? But that's what brought me here. So
that's
how. Yeah, major loss, Florian. Christ.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. And then we had the King of Queens, the Seinfeld star Jerry Stiller. I got a video of him talking. What's that one? That was badass. Yeah. Cool. Let's do the one. Okay, we can do that one. That's his talking about. I think it's that one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Is that the second one? The second video I got there?
And that's the holiday video, I guess. What we watched in the morning.
Do the one where he's making Ellen laugh, where they're just dying on the floor. I think it's on that. No, it's true. You have to go back to the actual website itself. I was on with the black R, I think. Yeah, exactly. That's that. Go down a little bit.
Food poisoning.
That one's funny. We can watch that one real quick. That's so cool.
I'm back, baby.
Let's drive.
That's the way I always make it.
Well, it sucks.
What did you say?
It sucks.
Your meatloaf is mushy, your salmon croquettes are oily, and your eggplant parmesan is a disgrace to this house.
Well, that's too bad, because I'm the only one who cooks around here.
Not anymore. Give me that spatula. I'm back, baby.
And you're sure with your busy schedule you'd have time?
And then the one there's one where they're just not that one. That was funny too. Saturday night. Go down a little bit though. A little bit more. The more. That one. Yes.
Was it hot?
All right, wait a minute. I think you've got it backwards.
My George isn't clever enough to hatch a scheme like this.
You got that right.
What the hell does that mean?
The way they just all died.
Super real.
Because the way he just.
What the hell does that mean?
What the hell does that
Come on. Okay, let's go.
George.
That means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
You're saying you want a piece of me?
The extras are like, really? Seriously.
You saying you want a piece of me?
Say that one more time.
You saying you want a piece of me?
Live audience.
You saying you want a piece of me?
I can drop you like a bag of dirt.
You want a piece of me? You got it! Ah!
That's just like
nice.
Situational comedy acting is just on point, man.
Big loss, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah, on that note, let's call it quits. If you're cool. Or did you have anything else on your heart, like the Germans like to say, auf dein Herzen?
Auf mein Herzen? No, nothing really. King of Queens we did. Losses.
No.
Frog legs.
We did frog legs. We did the name of the name is X Ash A12.
Crazy, huh? Is that the middle name? A12?
I have no idea if that's his first name, but that's his name. So yeah, congratulations to those two.
That's great.
Lovely people. And
has she done interviews yet?
No, I've never really knew about her. And they've been together before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And as long as he's happy, and as long as they're happy, and they have children in their life, the private life is not, let him be.
My wife was all into like the interviews she was doing. She did something for Vogue, all these like really classy acts, and I thought, oh, that's cool. And maybe she'll be one of these like celebrities where bedside they'll have like this great, like she looks great after giving birth. Here's little Grimes, first kid, but you didn't see that photo. Maybe it exists. I don't know.
No.
But she's not like some salesperson like some of these celebrities are. Like selfie time after birth.
Yeah.
But Elon, what is he wearing on his T-shirt? It said, "Occupy Mars."
Yeah, he had the Occupy Mars shirt on. I don't think
nice.
you think he thought about it? Maybe he did. I don't know. I think he's always on. I think he's got Mars on his brain.
I think his stock rose after that came out. He's going to Mars.
Yeah,
with A12.
With the A12.
Yeah. All right, so
right on, dude.
Thank you
for episode number. This is if we count all of them, then this is how many times? Is it the third time?
13 time or fourth with the Twitch one.
7 times.
4.
25. Eventually. Peace out. Peace and word.